This is an assumption question. This last sentence here is the conclusion of the argument. The missing link is between students being able to distinguish between feigned interest and genuine interest, and the conclusion that the initiatives will not achieve their goal. What goal? The goal is to foster motivation levels of the students. So we need an answer choice that suggests that the students' motivation levels would not be fostered, and the answer choice must include information that must be true for the conclusion of the argument to hold ground. Answer choice A talks about the question initiatives being almost completely successful in getting teachers to regularly inquire about the students' opinions on important issues. But this answer choice does not address this issue of students distinguishing between feigned and genuine interest and eventually having negative feelings through the question. So answer choice A has no bearing on the conclusion, and C, it is not something that must be true for the argument to hold ground. Besides, come to think of it, this answer choice, if anything, tells something positive about the initiatives, and if anything, only marginally strengthen the likelihood of the success of the plan rather than indicating a failure of the plan. So answer choice A marginally weakens the conclusion and therefore can never be an assumption. An assumption always strengthens the conclusion. Answer choice B talks about other high schools where similar initiatives were launched, and this talks about none of the teachers expressing genuine interest in their students' opinion before the initiatives were launched. This answer choice talks about what was the case before the initiatives were launched, and therefore this does not include any information about what happened after the initiatives were launched, and this cannot have any bearing on the conclusion of the argument. Besides, this information is not something that must be true for the argument to hold ground, so this can never be an assumption. Answer choice C is a trap. The argument is about fostering students' motivation levels, whereas choice C talks about a different effect, the effect of how engaged the students are with their education. This answer choice tells nothing about the general students' motivation levels, and therefore choice C cannot be a valid assumption. Answer choice E is also a trap. This answer choice is about students' reaction to expression of genuine interest, whereas this argument is about teachers being low in morale and therefore not expressing genuine interest, and the students being able to distinguish between feigned interest and genuine interest. In simple words, the argument is about students' reaction to feigned interest, whereas answer choice E is about students' reactions to genuine interest. So answer choice E is out of the scope of the argument. Besides, it is not something that must be true for the argument to hold, so this cannot be a valid assumption. Let's confirm answer choice D now. In order to reach this conclusion, yes, it is necessary to establish that the students' feelings about feigned interest are no better than their feelings about the other behavior teachers with low morale are likely to express. Something very, very interesting. See, it has been mentioned that teachers have low morale here, and therefore such teachers are bound to express certain feelings. That the students do not feel at least somewhat better about at least the feigned interest compared to what the students feel about the behaviors of such teachers otherwise is something that must be established before reaching this conclusion. So answer choice D strengthens the conclusion. Yes, it is something that must be true for the argument to hold ground. D is the correct answer choice.